So guys, this American journalist who has been covering up the events of Fulani terrorists in the Middle Belt has accused Ribadu of having affiliation with terrorists. He accused Ribadu for paying lobbyists in the United States just to cover up the menace of Fulani terrorists. He has also questioned his position as the National Security Advisor. So guys, I'm going to allow you to take a look at the video. But before then, let me equally show you some other headlines. This one says, Kajuru kidnapping, ex-presidential candidate Hashim accuses Nigerian government of complicity in abduction cover-ups. This is coming after 170-something persons were kidnapped in Kaduna State. Now, see how this headline here covered it. It says, the Kaduna State governor held a rally yesterday in a state where 176 Christian worshippers were kidnapped 6 days ago. These people are heartless. So, the Kaduna State governor went on a rally after terrorists, Fulani terrorists. He himself is a Fulani man. You know, Fulani terrorists came to churches, not in the bush, into churches. Kidnapped close to 200 persons, took them into the bush. These people said they got to a point they started beating them mercilessly. You came to the church, picked up people, took them to the bush, beat them mercilessly, and then continued your journey. And they got to another point again. They now discovered that many other people were already in captivity. So you have possibly close to 300 persons, 400 persons in the den of these terrorists, and the governor is doing APC rally. I'm just wondering how Tinubu is trying to lead this country. Leadership is all about showing example. Tinubu has no leadership in him, because I'm just wondering, close to 200 persons in captivity. Tinubu has not come out to address the nation. He can't talk to Nigerians, and then see the governor, who is the governor of the state, doing APC rally. So guys, wonders shall never end in this country. Now, this other headline here says, police intercept truck conveying suspected explosives in Oyo, in Ibadan, in Yoruba land. Police intercepted a truck carrying explosives, into the state. That's to tell you that this country, the security problem in this country cannot be addressed under the APC Nigerians. These people are very complicit in what is happening. See, like it or not, the security problem in this country cannot be addressed by the APC. Now, see what this man is saying. This is also a Yoruba man. He said, Tinubu's negligence in handling Christian persecution exposes complicity in genocide. Badamosi faults government's graveyard silence on Kuru killings. Tinubu is so silent. He's afraid he doesn't want to step on toes. He wants to lead Nigeria, Emilokon, but he does not want to step on toes. Now, I'm going to share this video where this guy, who is not even in Nigeria, but his concern is every day he wakes up is bad news coming from Nigeria. That he was just weeping like a child. That he cannot believe the kind of country we are running. Anyway, people said they cannot vote for an Igbo man while a Yoruba man is running. Now, Tinubu is giving people what he can offer. Now, this other headline here says, again, terrorists abduct Baptist church pastor and 3 daughters in southern Kaduna, the same southern Kaduna. Recently, we saw Reverend Archie. He was abducted, his wife and his daughter. The 3 of them were abducted by Fulani terrorists, taken into the bush. Archie, who is a reverend from the Anglican church, he died in captivity. Now, they released the wife and the daughter recently after spending close to 3-4 months in captivity. That woman was left almost dead. You need to see her when she was released. I wonder if she has really recovered. Now they've gone to kidnap another Baptist church pastor and her 3 daughters in southern Kaduna. So guys, becoming a Christian in northern Nigeria is currently hell. Now this lady got a news that her classmate was kidnapped. Before you know it, they've already buried her, and she's living abroad. She said people are asking her to visit Nigeria. Is it in the midst of this insecurity? Nigeria may never happen to you. A friend of mine traveling to Abuja was kidnapped, and her family was asked to pay 100 million naira ransom. When they couldn't raise the money, she was killed. Yet, with this level of insecurity under Tinubu, you still expect us to return to Nigeria? Lady cries out. with this kind of insecurity. Possibly her family members are asking her to visit Nigeria, and she's wondering, should I visit Nigeria with this level of insecurity? So guys, it is heartbreaking being a Nigerian. This time around, your security is just your responsibility. So guys, I don't know what you make of all this. Let me allow you to take a look at these videos and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification on all this. Thank you.
Are they hiding what's happening there? What was the purpose of hiring this PR firm?
We believe that this is a master cover-up operation, especially hiring a firm like DCI, which is kind of known as a Republican-affiliated firm. And they have been trying for a long time to whitewash what is actually happening in Nigeria, especially removing the name Fulani ethnic militia and to look the other way from the Fulani. They'll get you, who is well-known affiliated with the Fulani terrorists. He's our national security advisor. And they have been laying cover for the Fulani for a long time as they've been taking over territory after Christian community after Christian community for the last 20 years.
We cannot continue in that country. We cannot continue like this. It's not possible. Every day you wake up in that country, somebody is going down. Family of six, white hats. The only sin they have committed is because they are Nigerians. Family of six. Is that the country we want to be? Is that the country? Every day you wake up for the past, every day. From when Buhari was in power to date, and we are not talking about the Chibok girls. Anytime you wake up in Nigeria, people are dying. What do they want? What do they want from us? They came with Muslim tickets. The Southerners never protested against the Muslim ticket. The Muslim ticket flew. Today in the Aso Rock, we have 2 Muslims ruling that country. If we were Christian, the air would have let loose. Mother Keke was flushed down. Not even half of what the bandits are doing right now. We cannot continue like this in this country. The only people that are safe in Nigeria as of today are the leaders of the country. There is no job, there is no light, there is no water, insecurity, kidnapping, a lot of things that are not being exposed that is not being exposed by the media. If not for content creators, people like English Alhaji, what's his name? Bishop the Parrot Mouth, and few others. All these things are buried in the country. You cannot walk freely in your own country. It's not possible. He said that you are being kidnapped. He said that you stay in your house, being killed cold-bloodedly by terrorists, propelled by Shegumi and some top military officers in the army. They are part of the people who conspire with these terrorists to leash mayhem on innocent Nigerians. And the only sin these people have committed is because they are Christians. We cannot. The killing is too much. The killing is too much. We cannot. Family of 6 innocent children. One of the last born of that house, a little baby was thrown in the well. This news is not, the international community does not know about. A baby child was thrown in the well. Nigerians in diaspora are scared to go home. I'm supposed to be in Nigeria last month. I was unable to come because of this incessant, non-stop killing of Christians. Nigerians in diaspora, they want to go back home. They cannot even go home because of this disaster that we have, that is not being reported to the rest of the world. Please, wherever you are watching me from, please do well to share this post. Nigeria is bleeding. Everybody must rise to the occasion. Even if we have to be colonized the second time, so be it. But the way it stands in Nigeria today, there is no peace. The Muslims, the jihadists, the terrorists, the bandits, they are taking all over the country. All the 36 states, including the federal territory, the capital, is all have been invaded by terrorists. You can, as a foreign investor, it's not safe for you to go to Nigeria, as I speak to you. We as Nigerians, we are not safe in our own country. No job, no water, no light, nothing. The only thing that is trending in Nigeria is incessant killing of innocent people. And the only sin they have committed is because they are Christian. We have presidents, we have Senate presidents, we have House of Rep leader, we have governors. All they do is to share this money within themselves and send their children abroad. I'm calling of the United States of America. I'm calling of Europe and Asia. If you know their children, send them back to Nigeria. Revoke their visas. Revoke their visas. Those are the people that you are supposed to be giving a visa ban, not the ordinary man in our society. These same leaders we are talking about, their children, they are in America here, they are in London. Please fish them out and send them back to their father to go and see, face what the ordinary man is facing in our society. Nigeria is bleeding. There is no hiding place in Nigeria. Share this post.
Me Nigeria no happen to us. Amen. Me Nigeria no happen to you. I feel so weak. A friend of mine, we both sat together in Benin. She was traveling to Abuja probably like 2 weeks ago. She was kidnapped and they requested for 100 million naira for ransom. Her cousin posted on Facebook and tagged her. That was how I got to find out. I've been sending messages like to ask what's up. Her cousin just TM'd me and said she's been killed. They unalived her. The unalived Lovette. The unalived Lovette. Me Nigeria no happen to you. Me Nigeria no happen to me. And so every one of you shouting, oh, come back home, come back home. You think we don't want to come back home? You think we are not exhausted and tired of clocking in and clocking out? What about the insecurity? Because when you say, oh, it can happen to anybody, anyone. Even some people who pay the ransom, they still want to alive some people. No, Lovette is gone. Just like that. Just like that, oh. Just like that.
Donald Trump, the President of the United States, this message is for you. Kumi from Nigeria is threatening that anything that will happen to divide the country, they are ready to go to war. Please, let me tell you, listen to me, Donald Trump. Listen to me, please. We don't need America to come to intervene or come to fight for us. The only thing Biafra is asking is for American and Israel to supply us weapons. Allow us to handle these people. Allow us to handle them. They are nothing. They are just doing this because of the weapon the politicians and their leaders are giving to them to be slaughtering innocent people. But if we Biafra happen to have the kind of weapon they have, that day, they will understand that the revenge blood, we are born with revenge blood. We are born with revenge blood. It's only we, the Biafra, can chase the terrorists away from that place. Because we have the heart to do it. We have the mind. And we have the intelligence. The only thing we don't have, that's why they keep killing us, is the weapon, the material. We don't have it. If you can help us, give us the material we need, that the material we needed, we will handle these people now. Who are they, man? What the hell did Northern think they are? Because they have gone. That is why they are doing as if they are God. Let us have what you people have and see who we run. And see who we run.
So, our brother from the international community will speak. You have seen what is going on here, and you greet our people. I'm sure you have a word or two for our people. It's time for you to speak now.
There's no word that I can tell you that will change this. There's no word that I can tell you that will take away your pain. There's nothing that I can say or do that will take away your grief. I can't change this. What I can promise you is that I would rather die standing for truth than sitting in America while my people are oppressed, while my brothers and sisters are persecuted and massacred, while the world is just watching. Other Christians are just watching. Everyone in the world knows what's happening, and they're doing nothing. They choose to just watch. And your own government is feeding off of the blood of your brothers and sisters. They're profiting off of the blood of your brothers and sisters. You have thousands of villages around Nigeria that are gone, extinct, rubble. Bones are still in the villages. In Yawara, almost 300 were killed. We're rebuilding the village in Yawara right now. Bones are still on the ground. But the governor says there's no genocide. The one who claims to be a Christian. No genocide. While people are massacred. While blood is being poured out. And so what I call to you guys...
In Nigeria, tens of thousands of people have been slaughtered. I preached there in that nation 2 different times. Preached one crusade that would have 100,000 people, they told me, every night. And it was unbelievable. And to see what is taking place with the Islamic extremists taking over and slaughtering entire villages of Christians. Our brothers and our sisters in Christ, I've met those people. I've ate with those people and loved worshiping with them. And my heart goes to them as I know yours does. In the Sudan and all of the other nations. Just 2 weeks ago, a Chinese pastor who pastors the largest church, Christian church in China, was arrested, and his entire staff, and no one has heard a word. His family is trying to get the world to pay attention and say, they're just gone. They're just vanished. We don't know where they are. If ever there was a cause that the church ought to pray about it, we ought to pray about the persecuted church around the world. And in many nations that forbid it, they're underground and they're flourishing. Even in the nation of Iran, for example, the latest numbers that are coming out of there is there are churches underground that totals in the millions. And is an Islamic nation that forbids it, Sharia law that forbids it. But they, at great peril, gather in His name to worship Jesus.
The word we've heard a lot is Islam is a religion of peace.
No, it's not true. It's not true. Now, let me give you an example. In Quran chapter 2, verse 191, I'm just giving you a few examples. But remember, the Quran is my life. The Quran was the book that influenced everything about what I think, what I say, what I eat. The Quran, you don't know, let me give you this. Handling the Quran is so holy a book that, for instance, you can't go into the toilet or into the restroom and ease yourself and come out and touch the Quran. No. It's too holy. You have to wash your hands before you handle the Quran. That's why if a Muslim cites a Christian holding the Quran, that's a blasphemy.
Oh, wow.
And you can go for it. Yes. You can be killed for that.
You can be killed by a Muslim because as a Christian, they saw you holding the Quran.
Holding the Quran. It's like defiling the book. Because you need to carry out some rituals.
Yeah, to hold
to wash your hands and all of that. Say certain prayers before you handle the Quran.
That's how much reverence they had.
Right.
They have
and they believe that the Quran, from the teaching, actually they said the Quran was dropped from heaven to Prophet Muhammad. But that's not true. later on, of course, come to discover. So based on research, I discovered that the Quran was books written by the different Sahabas, you know. So here is it. It said, kill them wherever you encounter them and drive them out from where they drove you. So when the Muslims, they had jihad, it comes around. This verse, Quran chapter 2 verse 191, is a major spirit. Kill them wherever you encounter them. Stop. Kill them wherever. It's just like somebody reading the Bible. You would want to do everything the Bible says.
Yeah.
That's why the natural thing you find about Christian, to God be the glory, is love. It's because of what the book says. Now, this is the book, Quran chapter 9, verse 5. When the sacred months have passed, then kill the polytheists wherever you find them. Capture them and besiege them. So that's why if you watch it, during the Ramadan period, there are less killing. Immediately after the Ramadan is blood. Is this? When the sacred months have passed, then kill. Quran chapter 9 verse 29. Again, I'm giving you, out of many, I'm giving you just few. Fight those who do not believe in God. Now, this one, they are talking about those who do not believe in God. Now, these are the Jews and the Christians. Because they say, we call Jesus the Son of God, and Jesus is not the Son of God. So they said, wherever you find them, kill them for that belief. But if they submit to Allah, they agree to Allah, then they are to pay tax. And if they are not going to pay the tax, clear them. So these are the kind of things you, as a young person, you are hearing. Then every time the Imam is teaching and giving you these verses, these scriptures, you will say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Then it takes you on a story, the story of jihad. And then he talks back to you to say, you are the hope of Islam. Allah will be proud of you to carry out this thing. Then he goes further and then he reads Quran chapter 8 verse 12. He will read it and you can be on that chapter for 3 hours. That verse. As in what? In repetition? In repetition. Because you have to be reciting it. You're reciting it. It becomes a spirit. It goes into your marrow. I mean, you're drinking water, you're thinking of the verse. You're eating, you're thinking of the verse. You're walking on the street, you're thinking of the verse. Your perspective is ruled by that verse. Wow. There is a strange energy I can't describe to you. There is something that you feel it. You feel the power. You feel the drive.
And this was not just an experience isolated to you. All the other people you're with are also feeling the same
they
spirit.
feel the same. Every jihadist is driven by that spirit.
Wow.
It's the spirit of the Antichrist.
Wow.
Very, very strong. You know, you find your pride in it. That's your pride. Guy, you can. I remember some of the times we will be in our training camps and we won't be on food. We'll be on dates. You just eat 2 dates and water. That's all for days.
And that's not even Ramadan.
No.
That was just a life of consecration.
Just life of consecration. is something that gets into you. You're given 2 dates, and then you're doing some militant training. You jump from this tree to that tree. And in between this and this are broken bottles and fire. If you drop, that's you. So you must win. Because you're going into a war. There is a war on earth. Islam must win. You must bring the world, the nations, under the control of Islam. So here is it. I will cast terror into the heart of those who disbelieve. That's Allah now speaking. So, when I do that, strike them upon the neck and strike every fingertips of theirs. You hear that kind of a thing in a lecture? You know this is what is demanded of you? How can you be a normal human? No. As I'm talking to you, I'm beginning to have a little bit part of, thank God I have the Holy Spirit in me. There's no way you can read this after meditation. We meditate a lot. There's no way after meditation you will strike. You will look for the opportunity. You will create the opportunity. So violence in defending of Islam is normal. It's normal. Let me read it. Quran chapter 8 verse 12. I will cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieve. So how does he do it? Come and cause confusion. When you set the confusion, the next thing is do something, an argument sets out. You say blasphemy, blasphemy, blasphemy. And then the next thing you will see a group of army. Check them. It's young people and teenagers. They will come with stones, come with sticks to fight.
It reminds me of the story I heard. I was in Sokoto State, a girl in a chat group.
That's right.
She said something.
That's right.
And it seemed something quite innocent.
Absolutely.
And before she knew it, she was burned.
She was burned right in front of the authorities. And the faces of the young men who burned her were not hidden. They said it. It's on the net. Now that's it. And they were protected till today. The Sultan, that is the seat of the seat of the leader of Muslims in Nigeria. But let me use the word, to the leader of Islam, it was a justifiable act. They did well. They should be rewarded.
Wow. You know, when you talk about it this way, it makes you think with how ingrained this is. I'm not really sure how we can move forward.
Right now.
Maybe you'll share with us the way forward at some point, because it seems quite hopeless.
Quran chapter 47. Just few. So these things are dotted in hadith.
And for the viewers that don't understand what the hadith is and how that compares to the Quran, can you just...
The hadith is the life of the Prophet and his messengers. The Quran is termed as word that came from Allah, from God to him. But the hadith is a compilation of his lives, of some of his sayings, some of the his associates and the things they did. So you want to see his relationship with women, you want to see his relationship with people, you go to the hadiths. But the hadith is to most Muslims, the hadith is almost like the Quran. Because Muhammad is virtually worshipped. Forget about they don't worship any but Allah. Try to stand here and say, Allah, something is wrong with you. Nobody's going to touch you. But stand and said, Muhammad, in seconds you'll be down. Because Muhammad is the major force. So look at this verse. Quran chapter 47 verse 4. When you meet those who disbelieve in battle, Strike their necks until you have thoroughly subdued them, then bind them firmly. That's why this verse controls most Muslims that come to the West. So they start as servants, but they aim at dominating you. And that's the reason why when you look at small young Muslim boys and girls, check them out. Their dressing and everything fits into what they've been told. But they are watching. They are growing with that mindset. They go to the same school with you. They enjoy the liberty. They enjoy the provision of the government and all of that. But they have a target. At a particular stage, they must take over.
It's like a programming.
Right. They're doing everything. And go check it. It's systematic. They're going to take over the system, the politics.
Yeah.
They're going to influence the laws so that they can gradually begin to sneak in the Sharia law. Now, they can be very peaceful when they are not in control.
Yeah.
But they will follow you carefully until they begin to control.
Because they play the long game.
Yes.
Like we said earlier, decades.
Right. What we call in the military term, playing along. That's a military term. That means that you can just do as if you're harmless and then play along. But in the fullness of time,
you reveal your true colors.
You reveal your true self based on this. So there's no way somebody can be listening to this. And remember that the meditation on each verse is not something that you just read. Like I see a lot of Christians, they just read this book by verse of the Bible. Just in a minute, they are done. They didn't begin to, begin to think of other things, not Islam. You meditate. Meditation is a powerful tool. We meditate. We can chew over and think over this verse until this verse becomes a person. This is 43 years now. I left Islam. 43 years I left Islam. But I can recite. 43 years I have not, like I used to do, go to the Quran, take it, read it, and meditate. I pray 172 times every day.
Wow.
I don't do that anymore.
Well, wait. As a Muslim, you prayed 172
times
every day. So we are told that a good Muslim prays 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And so, because I was talking to an ex-Muslim recently, and I was making the comment that Christians have a prayer meeting and Muslims have a prayer culture. And then she said, they don't just have a prayer culture. The serious ones, they live in prayer.
Absolutely.
I was like, wow.
Absolutely.
172. So when you say you pray that much, are you talking about short bursts of prayer where you pray before you go to toilet, you pray? Like how did that play out?
Yeah, but there are certain rakats you do, when you're done with the normal time of prayer, you continue. You do your own more rakats based on what you want to invoke.
What do you mean based on what you want to
invoke? There are 360 gods, 360 spirits to every dealings of what you want. You call these spirits. You can get my book, The Queen of Heaven, Volume 2. I wrote the names of the spirits. They're there.
So you're saying the radical Islamists understand what you're saying?
Yes.
And so based on the spirits they want to engage. They pray in a certain way to invoke that spirit.
Yeah. And when I want to fight your star, there are certain spirits I invoke. I can invoke that verse for 10,000 times.
So it's not just 5 times a day prayer.
No.
It's gone into the occultic.
No. It goes deeper. That's why you can sit down. You can sit down here and I look into the stars and you can exchange people's stars. The depths of meditation, looking at those verses, you take those verses, you keep reciting them. Kula uzu, kula uzu, kula uzu, kula uzu. That's where you see them with the beats.
Yeah.
Or you see them now, they are using a very small thing that is counter. That is usually used for counting number. Now they are using it. You see them pressing it. You see a parliamentarian doing it. You see a lecturer doing it. You see a medical doctor doing it. You see a banker doing it. They are stuck it.
And they're deliberately engaging a certain spirit that they are wanting to invoke in a certain situation.
Very. They are engaging it. So they can stay on to recite something over this environment here and cripple the powers here. And they take charge. They can recite that 20,000 times.
So when they're doing that, are they counting the number?
Yeah.
They're counting the number of times.
Yeah.
Why does counting it? Why do they need to count it?
Yeah, because it is in the volume of what you do. You generate the right energy.
So
you generate the right cloud.
So they're aware, okay, because I want to invoke this spirit, I need to chant this.
Yes.
20,000 times. So they're counting each time they do it.
Yes, they're counting.
Right.
So when you get to 20,000, the volume, the energy has been generated, and so the spirits will come. They will strike.
Wow.
Okay, it's like if I want to pull this weight, and I need to generate the proper energy to pull it. So before I start pulling this weight, I would generate. When I generate the energy, there is this, I don't know how to say it in the natural language, there is this supernatural collection of forces. So when you collect them, then it goes into the supernatural realm and give you the right principality to deal with the matter.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you telling me that the average Muslim knows this?
Yes.
And then the serious ones are doing it.
The serious ones are doing it. So now you have the camp. That's why you realize that when it comes to persecution, they go after the moderate Muslims, but they can't do without Islam. The moderate Muslims don't like it because they know this is not a good life. The moderate Muslims, they see humanity being oppressed and afflicted. And there is no place that this thing is practiced that the city or the community prospers.
Wow.
And that's why I warn the West. No place that Islamic law, Sharia law has been practiced that is it prospers. No, nowhere.
Goes downhill.
It will go down. It will go down. The system will go down. The people will go down. Everything will go down. It will become very restless, dirty environment.
My goodness.
Yeah. Because you're going with the spirit. Let me just read something. In hadiths, let me just read one hadith, Al-Bukhari. Al-Bukhari is one of the hadiths. There are many hadiths, but it's the most dangerous, I say there, is the most dangerous book on earth today. And the greatest thing any moderate Muslim can do is to throw that book away. The hadiths. No nation should allow hadiths to be practiced. No nation should allow hadiths to be produced. That's the book that can allow you 50-year-old to marry a 9-year-old girl. Yeah, that's the book. 9-year-old girl.
That's wickedness.
That's wickedness. That's the book. Listen to what the prophet said in Sayyid al-Bukhari 25. Okay? Al-Bukhari 2946. The prophet is reported to have said, I have been ordered to fight the people until they testify that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, and that Muhammad, his messenger, perform the prayer and give zakat. Let me read it again. This is what it's been reported in Al-Bukhari. I have been ordered to fight the people until So when they're cutting you, killing you, and then you begin to say, oh no, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, then you be spared. Until you recite this verse, this thing I'm saying, then you're gone. Until you worship Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger. La ilaha illallah, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah.
Until that comes from your lips.
From your lips.
You're gone.
You're gone.
And that is a form of like even I guess a vow. You're offering yourself to Allah.
Yeah, you're offering yourself. That's the initiation. This verse is the strongest. That's the initiation. The moment you say that, you have become a Muslim. And then the Muslim in their own perspective. So you have to follow the tenets. And if I keep reading Al-Bukhari for you here, oh my God. So this is a spirit. Remember what you hear, you become. We are all influenced by what we listen to. So when you live in an environment, all you're hearing, you open the Quran, it tells you, they don't go on reading other books, other verses. They concentrate more on these killer verses. Especially the Izalas and others. They concentrate in some of these verses and to advance the cause. So that is what is influencing Al-Qaeda. That's what is influencing Aswa. That's what is influencing Boko Haram. That's what is influencing Lakurawa. That's what is influencing all the Islamic militants, your jihadis all over the world.
Wow.
Is this verse.
You know, the other day I was just wanting to use ChatGPT to kind of just find out a bit about Islam.
Yeah.
And I realized it's so biased to protect Islam. And I mean, viewers can try this out. I was just trying to find out some of these things you're saying about the killer verses and some of these things.
Yeah.
And the way it was presenting it was almost like someone that had made sure that the system doesn't expose these things you're talking about.
Okay. Now the thing is, if you go into the system, you want to probably make certain research. It will tell you, no, it's not. Islam is a very peaceful thing and all of that, but that's not true. We that were there, and I'm not in any way. I respect people's values. I respect people's faith, because for instance, I have brothers and sisters that are Muslims. We sit together, we eat together. Now they have been purged from this poison.
Okay. Because I'm thinking, don't they want to kill you?
Yeah. I've gone through nine assassination attempts.
Wow.
I've been fired with bullets. So I am alive by grace. To the average Islamic jihadist, it's still a mystery how Israel Muba is still walking this earth.
Wow. I would like us to touch on some of those stories, because I want us to hear, because you're exposing things about Islam, and when you're done, I would like us to find out what happened next in your journey.
So the thing is, why? Because of what I'm bringing out. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying don't practice Islam. But what I'm saying to you is, don't be a murderer for you to practice your faith. If you're truly serving God, then let's look at the true nature of the God.
The God you say you're serving.
That you're serving. Why would you not have Christian Boko Haram, Christian Al-Qaeda, Christian Lakurawa, Christian Aswap? All today, the most deadly groups on earth are all Islamic. When they are slaughtering your neck, they will be shouting Allahu Akbar, and you see a human blood.
Oh my God.
What are they saying? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So the Muslims should stop trying to defend and start talking to themselves.
Wow.
So I was in that kind of an environment, and I was becoming every day more aggressive. Now, I give you an instance. That's my brother. I love him so much. My brother got saved. My mother got saved, of course. Well, because of the love we have I love my mother too much. But because of our faith together with my brother in Christianity. Now, when my brother was going to get married, for instance, none of us appeared in the church. None of us went to the church. I hated my brother. It's my brother. But because he became a Christian, in my entire lineage, there's no Christianity.
So he was the first.
He was the first.
Wow.
One of the days, my brother was ironing. In those days, you have the military blanket and ironing his dress and all of that. My father came from behind him with a sword.
Oh my goodness.
Sword. And that sword is deadly. Just a little touch on your skin. It cuts. Very sharp. And he took it up to slay my brother. Oh my word. The Holy Ghost, Samuko, the Holy Ghost picked my brother, threw him away. And when my brother dropped, behold, the sword cut through the trampoline to the ground.
My God.
That would have been a human being. Because he accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior.
So, supernaturally, your brother was moved.
Yes. He's one of the top senior pastors of the Deeper Life Church, national overseer around. So, he got saved. And that man, since his salvation, he's been so nice. In the midst of it, he was still showing love. When he was going to get married, we were all supposed to, we're a community kind of thing. Our families we live with one another. We really take care of. But becoming a Christian, he became an enemy. So none of us. You asked me on the street, do you have a brother called Almadu Buba? That's a Christian. I said, no, I don't have a brother. We don't have any Christian.
Because since he became a Christian, he doesn't exist anymore.
No, he doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
Doesn't. No, doesn't. So somebody had to adopt him to stand in for his father.
Wow.
You know how painful that? For you to have parents alive, but none of them, brothers alive, none of them showed up because of your new faith. So gradually going forward, I was the one. So when my mother would come home with Christian materials, I will go see those things, pick them, burn them.
So just to get this straight, your brother became a Christian, then your mom became a Christian.
My mom became a Christian. So my brother became my mom first.
Oh, your mom first, then your brother.
Then my brother.
So if your dad was about to kill your brother, what was he going to do to your mom?
Yeah, the treatment was not the same, basically.
Oh. So it was more lenient towards her.
Right, towards her. The treatment was not the same. But the only thing was that she wasn't also treated the way she was supposed to be treated. Because she's become more or less like a slave. But one of the things that I appreciate the life of my mom was that she took all the persecution, she took all the rejection from me, my father, against her. Because of her love for the Lord and her passion to be able to believe God that one day light will come through.
Wow.
She was stripped. She was beaten because of that faith. Yet, during the Ramadan period, my mom will still be the one that will get up in the midnight and prepare the meal for all of us to have our safur, to have our meal before the fast. So she displayed the life
of
Christ.
So at what point did things start to change for you?
Gradually, 1977, there was a major program in Nigeria called Festac 77. We had a lot of people coming in from different parts of the world to Nigeria for a festival. Then I had an encounter in the evening I saw the heavens was open, fire was burning everywhere. It was horrible. So I began to shout, and I was shouting physically.
So this encounter, you were awake and you could see.
I could see it. So I was quoting certain verses, as usual. If you have encountered something more powerful or something supernatural, there are verses to connect. We remember that they are spirits you're dealing with. So that went off. There was a repeat. 1980,
1977, and 1980.
There was a repeat. After that repeat, I was sitting down in front of the mosques. I was sitting down. I was done with the prayer in the afternoon, and I was sitting down under the sun. My teacher, my imam, was under the tree beside the road. So I was sitting down. Then I saw a chariot of fire coming down. I was watching it. And the fire came, burnt my malam. I'm saying physical, not spirit. So the only thing was the disciples there, they only saw the malam jacking up and his body, boils coming out.
Wait, you saw fire, chariots of fire fall from heaven.
Yes.
You were seeing it in the spirit, but when it landed on the imam in the natural, boils.
But to me, it was a spirit because I was physically seeing
You were seeing it with your eyes wide open.
Yeah.
But they couldn't see it.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
But what appeared on his body wasn't fire.
It was boils. It was boils.
Just
the fire came down on him. So what they got later when they picked him was boils to go and bury. Remember,
he died.
Yeah, he died.
Wait. Fire fell from heaven and killed him there on the spot.
Yes. So I began to run, and then a voice was telling me, Isa. And then I was rebuking that voice. Then the last one was in 1982. Now, the more I was seeing those things, the more I was becoming more hardened, more aggressive. Then I knew that there was a contention between Islam and these other forces. Remember that we're always in the state of war for a cause.
Can I ask you a question? So you're a believer now. Reflecting on that moment when that thing happened to that imam.
Yes.
What how do you explain? What do you think was going on there?
That was the supernatural. God was trying to
judgment?
get me. A judgment came on that person because that man was the one that initiated us into deep occultism. Deep occultism. And remember, we weren't seeing it as occultism. We were seeing it as just Islam. That's all. It was, but he led us. He led a lot of us to do terrible things. But he was just a teacher of the Quran. He was only raising militants for Islam. That's all. So
you're talking about the third vision.
So the third vision came. I was taken into a place. And when I got into the place, they call it Blumkutu in my degree. We had already planned we were going to carry out some Islamic exercise in Gwange. So there was no way I can believe in Jesus Christ. It's not. I don't see how. It has to take super. That's why those encounters were making me more violent, more angry. I wanted to die. That's why you keep hearing me saying, if not that mercy has found me, I would have been long dead in one of the jihad fields. But the love of God, the prayers that have been prayed by invisible forces and people. This day I saw in a trance. I was sitting in a meeting, and suddenly I saw Jesus. The fire on him was so much. Then I saw hell. Then I saw my grandfather. Then I saw people I knew burning. Then Jesus took me. Then he showed me heaven. I saw the heaven I'm dying for. Remember, everything we're doing. That's why when you threaten a jihadist with death, you are actually encouraging the jihadists. Because the best you can do is don't even talk. Just what we call neutralize him. That's a language in military terms. It means just send him back to his maker. don't even try to talk to him, because the more you talk to a jihadist, death.
They glorify death.
They glorify. They are ready for that. Is beautiful. That is wonderful. That is a visa to heaven. A Jannah, where you will be drinking. See, you will have a river of beautiful wine, alcohol, wine that you didn't drink here in this world. You are not asked, you can't drink alcohol here. But there, Allah will give you river, beautiful one. Allah will give you a minimum of 70 virgin women. As long as you live in eternity, they will never be this virgin. They will remain virgin.
Wow.
These are the kind of things that will be surrounding you. So you are desirous to do that thing so that you can go there and enjoy those things. And there, while this was going on, Jesus took me and then on a journey, and he took me to heaven, and I saw how glorious really heaven is. Remember, that is a place I have given all my life. And so here is the real heaven now. Took me through the glory of heaven. I saw the harmony in heaven. I saw the beauty in heaven. I saw the angels. I saw the rivers. I saw the streets of gold. I walked through them. And I saw the throne of the Father. But you can't see a being. You can see force, light on that throne. I saw the elders bowing down. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. This is one thing that has also influenced me for all my life now, to desire to live the life of the scriptures, follow peace and holiness with all men. Without it we cannot see God. So I desire just holiness. I'm not carried by the flamboyance and the material things of you. Don't actually impress me with money, impress me with position. No, you don't. If you want to impress me, get addicted to the ways of Christ.
Amen. Can we explore that encounter just a little bit?
Right.
Before you move.
Now, guys, let me take you through this reaction. A man has shared a video where armed robbers were robbing them on the road, Orebini Express Road. It says armed kidnappers and robbers on the Orebini Express Road. Thank God I escaped. Lives were lost, but God kept me safe, man was saying. So, guys, this country is not safe again under Tinubu. Now, let's see how Nigerians have reacted to it. This person said, Benin people and their desperation for money, na they yahoo plenty, na they kidnapping plenty. As you define money, no lose your conscience. We are all human beings. If we all decide to, they do bad. This life no go contain us. So poor man stealing from the poor, that's heartless. Another person, this is a police checkpoint, but you never see them in situation like this. They would have been far gone into the bush. Very useless set of animals. Any proactive when it's time to extort. Okay, only proactive when it's time to extort the citizens. Truly harrowing. This man account highlights the danger travelers face on the Orebini Express Road. While lives were tragically lost, his survival underscores the role of vigilance, caution, and for him, divine protection. You see it? Oh my God. This person here said, your governor is working, governor wey dey enter gutter. Okay, this person say na every day dem dey act movie for this road from starting to ending till you reach Lagos or Benin na checkpoint, yet every day bandit dey carry people. Una never wan talk truth to Nigeria security agencies. So guys, I'm really feeling for people who are traveling. Nigeria is never a safe environment. We better stop blaming God and take action. Same God, same God us brain to solve. Okay, God give us brain to solve problems of insecurity. Stop justifying such thing in the name of God. Now the unnecessary thing you dey hear, Benin no dey carry last, and checkpoint full the road. Where are the army and police? Them come enter. Where them come enter? This person is asking. So guys, these are reactions coming from Nigerians after it was spotted that a man escaped kidnappers, who came out, and even though some lives were lost, he believed that God saved him. He was not among those that were caught up. Now, this other headline here says IPOB warns Governor Soludo against penalizing citizens over Monday sit-at-home in Anambra. Okay, that has to do with Nnamdi Kanu. And this one says, don't like your government. They don't like your government. Prime Minister reveal warning to Tinubu against accepting Trump's help to fight terrorism. Okay, so this man is saying don't accept. Another one here says, former AGF Malami claims DSS is denying him access to lawyers, calling detention unlawful and violating constitutional rights. So they are denying him access to lawyers. So guys, it is really, really so sad that this government is taking Nigerians for granted. This person who authored the tax gazetted law, who authored the tax gazetted law. The Tinubu's government is failing to prosecute the people involved in that tax law that was authored. So guys, a whole lot is happening in Nigeria. I mean, a whole lot is happening in Nigeria. Now, this other headline is why does Peter Obi or nothing trigger some people? Focus on Nigerian problem, not Trump. US Bakassin tells Shehu Sani to focus on the problems of the Tinubu's government, not on Trump. So guys, I don't know what you make of all this. Let me know. The Governor Bago vows to complete all ongoing projects in Niger. That won't stop insecurity. Niger is one of the places, and this other person here say if Africa had nuclear weapons, African leaders would have used them on their people. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.